Welcome to Board Ghost, a story broadcast with games as the engine.
If living is a highway, then heaven is a bus stop. Been waiting for a minute there, or has it been forever? 'Cause dying don't agree with me, no.
We believe you're out there, hungry for stories for shared experience. We can't see you, can't hear you, yet we will play for you. This night's offering is Fiasco. To learn how we generate stories playing games of Fiasco, go check out our Fiasco Rules Primer. Fiasco is actually right now, as this is going up in the last couple weeks of its Kickstarter. The new edition is going to be using cards and therefore getting the setup a lot faster and has been honed for a more streamlined experience. But we love this game. It's coming up on its 10th year anniversary as well. This is the game we've played the most on the show, so we're going to get into it. Now, let's get to the best part. Our humble players, myself, John Holt, with me.
Jan McCoy, hello there.
And...
Hi, I'm Audrey Lazaro.
all right, welcome, you guys. I'm making you play.
You are forcing me to play.
All right, so the playset we're going to use is Regina's Wedding. First, I'll kind of run through our grid, and then we can kind of just describe our characters to everybody, like what we look like and all that. So we have my character, Mason Pearl. He is connected to Dan's character, Gary Sheldrake, by an inner circle relationship. We're members of the member of the bridal party and mysterious stranger. We are also connected by a moment at the dude party. Does that guy have a gun in his waistband? And then Dan's character, Gary Sheldrake, is connected to Audrey's character, Ava Langsing, with the help relationship. So officiant and outspoken fringe religion devotee. And they have a need defining that relationship to get laid by some drunk groomsman. Then between Audrey's character and my character, Ava and Mason, there's a groom side relationship. We're a pair of freeloaders in it for the open bar. And we also have the need to get over a messy breakup. So yeah, I'll start. My character, Mason Pearl, 27, male. He's kind of had like a breakdown recently, probably. Like just kind of going through some crisis, lost his job, has been blowing off steam and not really, like he's been kind of lost. So this wedding, he had time for this wedding, even though he was a +1 with Ava and probably doesn't belong here. He's going to go and get drunk and kind of have fun. And yeah, so he's like a lanky, I'd say like, pushing 6 foot guy, just kind of doesn't have much style, an impish grin, and that's about it. That's what you'll know about Mason. So Dan, who is Gary Sheldrake?
Because he spent a few years, I think, now on like a compound with his fellow cult members, he is awkward and doesn't know how to necessarily easily interact with people on the outside. And he is skinny and not muscular, but like wiry from doing a lot of work in this compound. It doesn't feel like comfortable, the shape he's in. Like he has an unnatural glow, something about him.
Ava is on the shorter side, but appears taller. She's got hair that seems perfect all the time and is never out of place. Pretty type A. That's part of the reason I think that Mason Pearl came along with her, because she wants to keep up these appearances in front of everyone. And if that means taking your recent ex to a wedding that you're an officiant of, then that's what's going to happen. She was close to the groom at some point, and now they're not so close. She's actually a little surprised she was asked to be the officiant for this wedding, but why not? It's an open bar. It's going to be fun. Weddings are fun. Well, there's the breakup. That's a little bit of a hiccup, but it'll be fine.
All right. So let's say, kind of to get our setting and bearing a little bit, where is the wedding taking place? Like what town or city, kind of like what sort of environment? And then, is it going to be in a church, or what do we kind of feel?
Colorado.
Colorado. And are we traveling for this? Is this where like Regina's people are? Like, is this your hometown, Gary Sheldrake?
It's mine, I think. Yeah.
Other people are flying in. I'm from Seattle.
So that's where we were, both in Seattle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've got our grid, we've got our location, got everything set up. We're going to move into Act 1 and our first scenes. This is the rehearsal dinner. It's the day before the wedding. Most people have come in. The officiant wedding party has been asked to come in. So we'll say Ava's there. Gary Sheldrake, are you are you going to be part of the wedding party?
I think so, as the
Older
brother.
brother.
But people don't.
It's also sort
Like
of
me.
a destination wedding, right? So
Yeah.
not everyone's from Colorado. They just invite people who are close and not necessarily from the area.
Cool. So they'll like kind of turn into drinks and stuff after. Sometimes they have those. This is at the dinner. There's been a whole lot of conversations about our relationship that we've just been dodging for a while, like trying not to get into it. That was what you told me to do. Like, don't answer any direct questions about it.
Just keep asking them about themselves and they'll forget about us.
There have been sort of like bottles being passed around. Mason's just trying to get his hands on a couple bottles. Like, he just wants to get every chance he's going to try to get wasted. Mason and Ava are in the scene, and maybe Gary, you're like further, you're down, you're on the bride's side. So we're kind of on the groom's side. What's the name of the groom? Do we have that yet?
Hunter.
Hunter. So who would be like a friend of yours from college that you would know?
Our friend James is here.
James. Okay. So James, the three of us are like seated on the groom side, kind of at this dinner.
So me, Ava, James, my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and you,
me,
Mason.
and we're kind of, that's like our cluster. The camera like pans in on this restaurant, which is right across the street from the church. We've just like basically did the walkthrough and walked across the street, and now we're sitting down to have this meal. And through the shuffle, like people passing food around, etc., we land on this thing, and audio resolves to that question. Ava, how much longer is this going to go on? Like, can I just go back to the room?
Are you kidding, Mason? You're here as my date. I'm the officiant at this wedding. It's very important that you stay. Just shut up. Eat your meal. It's good, right? It's a great restaurant. We're having a good time. Just have some more drinks. It'll be fine. It'll be over soon. Just be patient, please. Don't let James hear all of this.
Are we having a good time? I'm sorry, I heard it anyway. There's so many speeches. God, is this what the wedding's gonna be? So many speeches. I just want.
I'm with you. I'm with you here. So, James, you and Ava went to college together?
I guess so. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Audrey said.
That's what I'm asking. That's what Mason's asking you.
I'll agree. Oh, sorry. I thought you.
Yeah, we went to college together.
Oh, so what can you tell me about Ava in college?
She was always. I don't look.
I mean, we were friends. I mean, it was so long ago, right? What was it, like 2-3 years ago?
All I know is I was not in class, but she was.
Oh, so always a goody two shoes.
Yeah.
And you benefited from that, right? Whose notes did you always look at?
Here's the thing, like, it's just like, what is school but to teach us how to live our lives? And I feel like I learned that I didn't need to do the work if someone else was going to do it for me. And that's really served me well out in the world.
Oh, James, you were always such a hoot. Still are, I see.
A hoot?
Yep.
I'm a hoot?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm going to go.
What do you mean?
Well, this was great. We had some conversation. James has already said that the speeches are too long.
It's not over yet. There are more speeches. There's just like one or two more. You can't be the only one to leave. That's so embarrassing.
Well, all right. So then you guys decide how it'll go. Now I think my want is to like get out of here. So is Mason going to get what they want to get out of here before it's over?
So we just decide for
Yeah,
you?
you guys decide. Is it going to go good or bad for Mason?
I say you end up going.
Oh, okay. So, but is that good or bad?
Short term, you got what you wanted, right?
Yeah, I get up. Mason is like, hey James, I'm not feeling so great. Sorry, Ava, I'm going back to the room, which I wish they had given us separate rooms. Because your shy bladder or something, right? So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take this bottle with me, and I'll see you back at the room.
Yeah.
And Mason sort of bulls his way out.
So that was Mason. And it's hard to share a bathroom. We're not used to that. We have 2 bathrooms at home, so it's not something we deal with, and so that's why he means he wishes we had 2 rooms.
I'm sorry, why are we talking about bathrooms?
Oh, no, sorry. No, nothing. It's nothing.
All right.
But this dinner's great, right?
Yeah, I mean, the chicken was pretty dry. Is this the way the food's going to be at the show? And by show, I mean wedding.
So I'm passing the die to you, and Dan, Gary Sheldrake, you set the scene.
Towards the end of the dinner that we saw already a little bit of, Gary feels the need to stand up and make a toast. What's the name of the bride again?
Regina.
Regina Sheldrake.
I think, John, you should be Regina in this scene.
Okay.
Maybe you're not necessarily happy that I'm making a toast. I don't know.
Okay.
And let's see what happens. I haven't seen Regina for the last 4 years I've been out. A lot of people don't know. I don't know if a lot of people know this. I've been out west. I think that the thing is, like, searching for your meaning in life is the most important thing. Like, why would God put us on the earth to, like, try and figure out life if we wouldn't try and figure out why we're here, right? So,
Gary, Gary, that is the sweetest sentiment.
I just want to say, like, that there's lots of ways you can figure out the way you are in life, right? And I'm doing it through spiritual examination, and Regina is doing it through Hunter. And there's different roots to the same thing. And, like, enlightenment is what... Look, here's the thing. I haven't eaten this much in months because on the compound, we mostly...
Gary,
this is important. Like, on the compound...
Regina's trying to, like, pull the mic away from you.
On the compound, we mostly don't eat. Like, we get our nutrients through breathing. Like, and I think that's a much more... eating... Everyone can eat food if they want to. I'm not going to say it's wrong, but it's not just animals that we're killing. It's also plants.
Gary, this is really, like... Thank you so much. So I'm so glad that you came out.
It's great. It's great.
We're gonna
love to be back with
everyone. I
everyone.
think Dad wants to say something, so we're gonna pass it on to him. Okay.
Okay.
Gary, what the fuck are you trying to do?
What?
Are you trying to ruin my?
No.
Do you know how much work?
Yeah, I don't personally know how much work goes into a wedding. It's not part of my
Mom said you
journey.
were gonna be normal.
Well, I don't know what you mean by normal.
Like, not Gary, not you.
That's really hurtful to say. I mean, like, what is
Gary.
normal but the way that we exist? You
Just
know?
just for this one weekend. Come on.
I'm here to support what you want to do, and just because I don't, like, look, if you want to have a church wedding, that's fine, but I think that if we are all just basking in the sun together, like if we all just sit and just enjoy the sun and like let the morning dew is gonna clean us all, and then we're all together, right?
Just keep the crazy under wraps, okay? Just for a
I
few
don't
more
know.
days.
I don't know what you mean by crazy.
So what does Gary want from this scene?
I think he genuinely just wants to express love for his family.
Audrey, is he gonna get what he wants?
No, he does not get what he wants. Regina's very angry.
How does that play out?
I mean, I think it's very hard for like Gary to process that other people are angry at him, but like I think it means that he's just sort of isolated from, like, he doesn't necessarily like feel bad in like a traditional way because he can't tell that people are mad at him, but he's kind of isolated from the family.
Yeah, in fact they like find Regina's like, Daddy, get him out of here, and gets him kind of shuffled off in a way. Like
Maybe just more confused, right? Because
Yeah.
you're just trying to be loving.
Yeah, I don't. It's fine. Like, I don't need to be. Look, I.
all right,
You
all
wanted
right,
me to-
Tiger, come on, let's go to the car. Let's get you back to the hotel.
Like, yeah, I'm happy to just be in the La Quinta.
All right. So you can bounce this bad die to anyone you want to. So Ava, you set a scene.
The scene is I'm trying to connect with Regina and one of her bridesmaids. I'm one of the few girls on the groom's side, and so I wanted to maybe bond a little with the new wife and the other woman in the party. This is after Mason leaves the rehearsal dinner, so we get into that argument. Mason leaves. I go and I try to bond with the girls because my fake boyfriend left.
Dan, you want to play Regina or the
I feel like you should still be Regina. Since
You
that's
already
been
started.
established.
All right.
And I'll be the other bridesmaid.
What's the other bridesmaid's name?
Glinda.
Oh my God, Glinda, did you see what Gary was doing? He's gonna ruin this whole thing.
Honey, look, you are here. This is your day. You don't need your weird brother coming in here with his weird belief system and messing up everything.
Oh, fucking
okay?
perfect. And here comes Hunter's ex.
Hey, ladies. That was some speech Gary gave, huh?
Yeah. He is. We all love Gary, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad that you could make it and he could make it.
Mm-hmm.
So-
And your boyfriend, who seems to have left.
Yeah, he didn't feel too well. He felt really bad. He said it's been great meeting everybody. You know, he's heard about everybody for so long. It's been so exciting to meet all of my college friends. It's really great to meet you guys. I mean, Regina, how did you and Hunter meet?
Well, he was we met. I'm sorry. We met at a retreat. Okay? It was fine. It was nice. It was very nice. Sorry. I'm still getting there's a lot going on here. We met at a retreat. We're both in pharmaceuticals, so, it was a sort of a sales thing, and yeah, we just kind of hit it off.
It was very romantic. It was very, very romantic.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter always had a passion for sales. Right?
He did. Okay. I mean,
I've never
I mean,
heard
he
him
said
say that.
he said he had a passion for boating. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
that
don't know
too.
him as well.
His family's boat is really nice, isn't it?
You've been on Laguna?
Um, well,
Fucking Glinda, she got on the
once.
Laguna?
It's fine. It's fine. Honey, you are going to be the queen of the Laguna once you two are married.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I'm about
It
to
was a whole
marry.
bunch of us. It was like a group of 5 people. It was so long ago. You look so beautiful tonight. I'm so excited to see your dress tomorrow.
Oh, oh my God. How, like, were the Sheldrakes like, why don't I get to go on the big boat? So, okay, so you and 5 other people got to go on Hunter's boat, the family boat? Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you haven't. I mean, um,
It's kind of a
It's-
big deal. Hunter says that, like, it's very rare, only special people are allowed on the boat. And I mean, I'm about to
I'm-
marry into the family, and it's like, I still haven't earned a spot.
this was
on the
so
Laguna.
long ago. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up anything weird or like I
What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, I know that you are the officiant, but what do you think you're doing right now?
I I just like I don't know you guys that well, and the way Hunter speaks about you, like I really want to get to know you. And I'm sorry, I think I'm doing a bad job. There's been a lot of drinks tonight. It's been a long night. This is your night, and I don't want to do anything to mess it up. I'm sorry. I just thought maybe we could be friends.
Okay, so you want to, like, Ava's thing is to, like, get in on this thing. So, Dan, do you think Ava's going to get what she wants? Like, will this situation turn around?
It doesn't seem like it, but because it doesn't seem like it, I'm going to go the opposite direction. Let's
Okay.
say it goes okay. Say that she was just stressed about
Yeah.
everything before and she kind of takes a breath and
Yeah. Oh, look, Ava, you're right. There's just so much between Gary, my dad, the dress. Hunter is like, I don't know what Hunter's deal is right now. He's been acting really weird since the dude party. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, let's start over. You're gonna have to tell me all about the Laguna, and because I'm obsessed with it, and I'm actually really, what you wrote as the officiant, like, it was really heartfelt, and I'm so glad. Like, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for coming, and
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Well, I'm
Sorry, sorry. I'm just on edge.
No, it's okay. I completely understand. This is your day. It's been so much planning. Your dad and your brother didn't make it easy. Yeah, what's that guy's deal, anyways?
Who,
I mean,
Gary?
Yeah, like your
Why are
brother's
you-
kind of.
I mean, you have a. Don't worry about Gary.
Okay.
He has just been, like, living kind of an isolated lifestyle for a little bit.
Well, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Don't bother with it. You're supposed to enjoy yourself. Whatever I can do to help you. Sorry if when I get nervous, sometimes I say things without thinking, and it's just I'm happy to be here is what I mean.
Yeah, and I mean, really, you're one of the girls. Like, I'm glad you're here too, even if you're on the groom's side. So now you bounce that die to whomever you'd like. I'm gonna say that this is back at the hotel. This will be a scene between Mason and Gary. I'm down in the hotel bar.
So we're all staying in the same hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it? You said La Quinta?
you know,
This one has a really nice bar.
Yeah. So I'm in the bar, and your dad had brought you back from the rehearsal dinner a little early, around the same time that Ava is trying to buddy up with Regina. I'm at the bar looking around, slim pickings. He sees Gary come up, and he actually motions over. Hey, are you're Regina's?
Yeah, I'm Regina's older brother Gary. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm Mason. I'm Ava's boyfriend, I guess.
And
Still.
she's the one she's officiating
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I need to talk to her because like I assume she's doing something in kind of the Judeo-Christian like tradition, but I really think if we took a moment during the ceremony to just kind of all hold hands and just think about the way the earth will swallow us all eventually, then like that just I mean the beauty of that is from the earth we came and to it we return, but also like constantly our feet are touching it, right? So it's like we're always there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah, but mostly I'm thinking about like you were at the bachelor thing, right?
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. Could I have just some seltzer water, just some seltzer water,
Can you
please?
do you have a card? Can you start a tab?
Uh, yeah.
Can you
I
put
mean,
Yeah, hey buddy, he's gonna start a tab. He's with the wedding. Can you just put my drinks on his room for me?
yeah. I should. I mean, most of the money I make is from. We have like kind of we garden at the compound. It's mostly zucchini, but there's some herbs too.
Oh yeah, you were constantly talking about gardening at the
Well,
bachelor
the
thing.
earth is what I was saying before. We're all part of it at all times, but also mostly when we're dead. I don't. I've got papers. I like pamphlets. I'll give you some. It's fine.
I just want to like there's like I'm not crazy, right? Like I got pretty like blackout at the bachelor party. Were you just drinking seltzer and stuff there, or what?
I mean, Lance, the guy, he's. I mean, he's no leader, but he's the leader. He doesn't like us to drink alcohol. So yeah, I had seltzer.
Okay, so what happened with there was I could have swore somebody's dealer came and was there
Oh,
did somebody get shot?
Oh, I don't. Hunter told me not to talk about anything that may have. I mean, shot. I don't like Hunter. It's Hunter's guy came in.
So this will be the decision point. Will Gary spill about what happened with the shooting at the bachelor party?
Alleged shooting.
Alleged. So what do you think? Is
I
Mason
get
gonna?
to
Yeah, you
decide?
can decide. Will Mason learn anything, or will Gary not spill the beans? Yes, will it go good or bad for Mason?
So I don't know if this is a yes or no, but I believe that Gary is so incoherent that even though he's trying to answer you,
Okay,
it's
so it
basically a
won't-
non-answer.
Okay. So just one more time. I just have fragments because like at a certain point, I probably after the third club, I just remember we got back to the party bus and there was a guy on there who got on, and like all I could think was like, does that like before I blacked out, was that guy have a gun in his waistband? And then like another flash, and I just remember like being out off the road in the party van. I could have swore people were digging.
I, look, I mean, Hunter. Look, does he like to have mushrooms? Yes. Yes, I mean those are also from the earth because everything's from the earth when you think about this. I mean, the sun's not from the earth, but the sun helps the earth give us things. So this is why I want us to just hold hands and just like consider the dew in the morning before the union happens. Because really, like, why would we not be together if not for like, look, if you don't get born, you're not going to be with anyone, right? Like, so the point is, like, is Chester gone? No. But is he here? No.
Chester?
Yeah, from the party. Like, it's not like Is anyone gone? That's really the question that you have to ask yourself, like at any point.
All right.
Like,
All right. Hey, listen. One more seltzer for this guy, and do I get a to-go cup for this, and put in, 2 to-go cups. Put another one on his room for me. And hey, Gary, I will see you at the wedding tomorrow, buddy.
sure. I mean, I just, I make most of my money from gardening, so I don't. But yeah, sure.
And off Mason goes, 2 drinks in hand. So this die, I'm gonna give you the die, Gary. It's your scene.
Although I think that now that you've talked about the dude party, I kind of want to go there. Dude party. Let's, it's a bachelor party. Let's call it. Let's say that I'm there, Mason's there, we're on the party bus. Audrey, you get to stretch your muscles. I don't think you've played another character yet. What dude do you want to play?
I'll be Hunter.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll be Mason, and then cast you if you're like.
Hey, dude, it's me, Hunter. Dude party, ready?
Hey, I mean, are we like, I don't, it's not that we can't have sex with anyone as part of my thing, but it's not like, it usually happens kind of in sort of a group like bacchanal kind of situation. Like, I don't like the payment for it. I just don't know whether we should. I'm a little weirded out by the things that we're talking about, like going to the club and like maybe picking up some.
Yeah. So, Hunter, how many clubs are we going to, buddy?
Well, we have 4 on the list, but who knows where the night'll take us.
So is it? You said what's the first one? The fuzzy grape.
No, fuzzy peach.
Okay, right on.
Then we're going to the golden grape. I don't know, it's owned by the same company. They're really into fruits. Look,
right.
Gary, don't worry about it. It'll be tons of fun. We're
Plus-
going to see a lot of ladies tonight.
Unless you tell your cult leader that you kept yourself vegetarian, right? Went to all the
Bro.
fruit-based clubs.
That's not really a central tenet of anything that lands tight. Yeah, sure, fine.
Mason, how did you and Ava meet?
Well, so I was. It's Seattle. I was selling coffee, as you do.
Right on.
Reality was biting at the time. If you know what I mean.
I got you, dude.
A reference to something I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah, it's a movie with Keanu Reeves, I think.
Okay, it's not my thing, but sure.
Gary, where have you been? Keanu Reeves, the best actor in Hollywood. Dude. Sorry, go ahead, Mason.
Oh yeah. So coffee place. She told me a bunch more about you. Like, I'm surprised she didn't have us meet sooner. But yeah, we met at a coffee place. Then whatever. it was fine for a couple of years, and then now I'm at your wedding. So that's fine. That's great.
Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So the booze on this bus is covered, right?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And this is it? Are we going to get some other stuff or something? I heard Chester was talking about getting somebody in.
Let's wait a little later in the night. Who knows where it'll take us? Maybe Chester already has it on him. Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? It's a wild and crazy night, guys.
Gary, do you get into any like plant medicine stuff? Or you guys do any of that?
I wouldn't call it medicine, but there is like there's a cactus that grows out in the area that, like, the goo that comes out of it is a thing that you can rub along your arms, and it's not psychotropic in the traditional sense, but you will burn heavily, and the burning will kind of make you feel as if you're hallucinating. Like, the pain is actually what drives the hallucinations rather than any sort of mental change that it inspires.
Dude, Gary, I'm going to show you how to have fun tonight, all right? Just relax. Don't worry about it. What's that loser's name? Lance?
Lance.
Lance won't know anything that happened. This will be total fun. Don't tell your sister. All right?
Yeah,
Don't tell anybody anything that happens tonight.
Hey.
Just stays here, all right?
If Lance has taught me anything, it's not to tell anybody anything, so...
My man.
Like, what does he want from this scene?
I mean, I think he wants to fit in with these guys. Like, he wants to feel like he has some place in this world direction.
Well, how about this? Why don't we decide, Audrey? Is this going to go good for Gary or bad for Gary?
Good in what sense, right? Like, so he wants to be accepted.
Mm-hmm.
This night seems like it's the start of a wild night. To be accepted probably just means he keeps his mouth shut about all the crazy things that happen.
Or gets involved in in helping make the crazy things happen.
Yeah, let's go that route.
So is it
Gary's
good for him that happens?
Again, in the short term, probably good. Long term, more questionable
Gary.
decisions.
So it's going good. How does this go good? I mean, this you could even if you wanted to describe it as a montage of the evening.
Let's not exactly see what the violence is, but let's assume that that someone does end up dead. Skip ahead, and Gary is working and covering things up with them.
With Hunter?
Yeah. Look, I mean, here's the I'm happy to dig because here's the thing, we dig a lot on the compound, and my arms are so strong. But the important thing is, the earth is our mother, so this is like a return to the womb for this guy. I don't even think you need to feel bad, man. No one needs to feel bad. Think about it. Feeling bad is something your brain does to yourself. So why would you do that to yourself? It doesn't even make any sense. So just let's put him back in the womb and let's all get on the bus.
You're right, Gary. That all makes sense. Thank you so much for helping out. Let's just keep this between us. Your sister won't understand. You know how she always puts you down and doesn't listen to what you're saying. Don't even bring this. Well, we'll talk about that another time. It's just better that we just don't even mention this. If anyone asks, we just went to those clubs. You want to get your story straight. You don't want to upset Lance, right? So
Yeah.
let's thanks. You really did me a solid here.
Hey, if whatever I can do, I'm here for you.
Tomorrow you will be my brother. I'm so excited. Brothers keep each other's secrets, right? So, dude, I owe you one.
There's so many secrets locked in this brain.
You're setting up the last scene of this act.
So it's just a continuation of the same night as the rehearsal dinner. Ava feels accepted by these women, Regina and what's the other one's name?
Glenda.
Glenda.
The good way.
So Glenda Goodwin
Mm-hmm.
and Regina Sheldrake have accepted Ava in a way, and so she is really happy about that. And she heard Regina say something about Hunter being weird since that night, and so she wants to, number one, yell at Mason for leaving early and then getting drunk in the bar anyways, and number two, dig for dirt on why Hunter is being so weird, and maybe it has something to do with the dude party. Mason already left the bar where he was chatting with Gary. He's a little drunk since he's had those to-go cups.
And he's been sitting. He doesn't have a room key, and he's just been sitting outside the room,
with his to-go cups.
His to-go cups.
One in each hand, looking disheveled. So I get off the elevator, I turn the corner at this La Quinta, and there's Mason just on the floor. What are you doing?
Oh, hey, GF. What's
Oh my
up?
God, has anyone seen you out here? This is like, what? Did you not think to go downstairs? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you outside?
Well, I don't. You had the room key, and it would have been going back
Get one
down.
from the receptionist.
Yeah, but that's like go down the elevator, or find the stairs and go down the elevator,
This
and then
is
go to the. I already came from the bar, and then it's fine.
You are one of the most useless men I know. What? I am so glad that you were moving out after this whole wedding weekend thing. We don't have to pretend anymore.
You know, who knows? This is going to be a romantic weekend. Anything's possible.
You're right. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, it's been such a long night.
Did you see any? Were there any cute girls at the party?
Oh, stop it. It's been a long night, and I got a lot of shit from Regina and her friends, and
Tell me about. Wow. Which one of them?
what about the bachelor party that they invited you to? Regina was saying that Hunter's being weird.
Well,
What happened? Do you know, like, was there another woman there?
I
Were there-
mean, do you count the? We went to some clubs, for sure.
Okay, I mean, look, I don't care what you did. Clearly, things between us are not in a good place.
Yeah. No, I mean
and
it's fine. It's no. So,
Do you know if Hunter did anything wrong, or like, what's the deal? Do you see he's been acting weird? Well, you don't know him as well as I do, but
he's been acting weird? I don't know.
Like,
How do you know him well? What are you talking about?
what? I mean,
Like this whole like the whole us, like basically the moment we got the save the date, like that's like when this all like that was the top of the roller coaster. What's going on?
don't put this on me. This is about you. You're like sulking. You're all over the place. You lost your job. Sure, people lose their jobs at the coffee shop all the time in
but I
Seattle.
was,
There's all these
do
coffee
you know how
shops.
long it got to be there? Do you know how tight the
again.
competition is? And I was managing this coffee shop. I wasn't lying to be like a partner. I could have made partner.
Look, all right, whatever. Who cares? Who cares? All right. Let's get back to Hunter. What
Yeah, okay. So you are still
What
in love with
happened-
Hunter. Is that what you're trying to say? So okay. So here's what happened. We got in a party bus and he covered the drinks, and so that was good. And then I drank a lot of the drinks. Gary was there. I met him again. He's
such a weirdo.
constant gardener. He's just always gardening.
But what about Hunter? Was
what-
he cheating on Regina? Like, what's the deal?
I don't
Do you
think
think
it's
he
cheating. It
loves
was
her?
all it was all above the clothes at the place. Like you couldn't use hands. That's a rule. And you can't. It's not like you can have sex in the room with all the spumante.
Bet you loved all that, didn't you?
I
Whatever.
don't really. So I got really drunk really fast. So I remember like a little bit of the first club and like some flashes here and there,
I
but
hope you didn't embarrass me.
no, it was fine. Gary, I think, was like embarrassing enough or something. Nobody was really paying attention to me. It was fine. I did throw up on what did I throw up on? I don't know. It was fine. It was fine. But I don't what happened? I think somebody got their drug dealer in.
What?
Do you know somebody named Chester?
Chester. I don't know. I don't think so. What? Who's drug dealer? Hunter doesn't do drugs. He hated drugs. What do you mean?
Well, I guess how's this gonna go? Is Ava gonna learn anything?
Yeah, she's got to learn something.
So this is gonna go good for her.
Yeah.
Whether it's because he's drunk again and he's like their flashes are coming back, and this is like the second time this conversation's come up this afternoon or this evening. He's starting to piece it together, in Mason's head, and he's like, okay. There was a guy who's Lance. It wasn't Lance. There's a guy. He came on, and he was a drug dealer. We wanted some, like something to keep the party going. Everyone was pretty tired. And then he came on, and then there was like a fight, and I think somebody had a gun.
What?
Yeah, no, it was fine. Like nobody, I don't remember what happened.
What? You don't remember if somebody had a gun?
Yeah,
Wait,
somebody
you gotta
had a
tell me-
gun, and then Hunter, and we were like, so we got off on the side of the road, and there was something with I don't remember.
You're kidding, right? Is this another one of your funny jokes?
No, this happened. Something about Mason was really weird after that. Like, I think him and Gary, did him and Gary make out? I mean, that's cool, but he's gonna get married to the other guy's sister. So no, wait. Yeah, right. Yeah, Hunter and Gary, they like were off together off the side of the thing for a while, hanging out.
Huh.
So maybe they have like a thing. I mean, you know Hunter better than me, right? Huh? You jealous of him and Gary now?
Hunter wouldn't do that.
I don't know. It was fine.
I know
It was
Hunter very
you knew
well.
him from college, and college is where you experiment with stuff, and that's all fine. He'd be experimenting with having a girlfriend, and now he's experimenting with having a wedding.
Well, sure, you think you know Hunter better than I do. What, after spending one night hanging out with him and his dude party? I should just talk to Gary about this, see what that idiot will say.
That scene. So that's going to end Act 1. So now before we go into the next act, we're going to go to the tilt. So what the tilt does, it's kind of similar to the same like grid when we did setup, but it just adds something crazy to the game.
So under paranoia, somebody is watching, waiting for their moment.
One guilt is a visit from the perhaps unofficial authorities.
What's an unofficial authority? A stripper dressed as a policeman?
Yeah, I think it just means it doesn't have to be the cops. It can be like...
Like someone's parents is an authority figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the, what is it called?
Perhaps unofficial authorities.
We interrupt our story here, and we'll continue in our next communique. I was one of your players, John Holt. You can find me on Twitter at Lord Joho and on Instagram at board_ghost. Dan, where can people find you?
Well, if you like weird jokes on Twitter, you can find me at DANKMCCOY. That is Dan K. McCoy. You can read it as Dank McCoy on Twitter. And I have my own podcast called The Flophouse, which you can, I don't know, just Google it.
I guess I have an Instagram you could follow.
Yeah.
It's odd_Ray, so AUD_RAE. And besides that, it's if you see me in the street, say hi.
Yeah. Well, Audrey, Dan, thank you for being on. We'll get going into the second act. To find out more about the players and engine in our story, go to boardghost.com. You can attempt to pierce the veil and contact us at BoardGhostWorld on Twitter. Shout out through the ether if you have desires we can fulfill. I'd like to thank Pat Couples for his theme song and interlude music. Thank you, Pat. You can find more about Pat at patcouples.tumblr.com or on his band's website, hotelsandhighways.com. This game, Fiasco, is also on Kickstarter right now. We'll have links to that in the show notes, so go check out the Fiasco Kickstarter and support Jason Morningstar, the designer, and Bully Pulpit Games in their endeavors, because this is one of the better or best GM-less games and sets a gold standard. All right, so go check out their new Kickstarter, revitalizing the game. If you're not alone in the void, share our stories. The more they are consumed, the truer they become.
Dying don't agree with me.